Hi everybody, it's Carla. I thought I'd come back on and show you that I had finished revamping the little 50-cent Bountiful Baby sculpt that I found at my thrift store a couple weeks ago. People were nice enough to tell me that the little head was from the Ben sculpt, and it was a mixed kit baby because it had arms and legs from a different Bountiful Baby kit. But it also only had one arm because they had totally filled this baby with a little bit of stuffing in the stomach, but all the limbs and were filled with what I thought was sand. Ended up being they were totally filled with fine glass beads, which I was able to reuse for this baby, but I weighted her correctly this time. And also, when I stripped the paint off of her, I noticed that she had to have been a seconds kit from Bountiful Baby because she has an indentation. You can see it right there along her cheek and her chin line and up to her eyebrows, and it's on both sides like that, like it was dented in. And it also has some bumps on its little head in the vinyl, like just, I don't know, some kind of flaw when it was poured or something. So I think it was a seconds kit, or I'm almost sure it was. And then I had to find arms that would fit this little 20-inch baby. And also the legs, I reused those. Another challenge, I used the air dry acrylic paints, and all three of the vinyl parts, the head, the two arms, and the two legs, were all different color vinyls. The two arms were super, almost translucent looking vinyl, and the legs were a little shade darker, and then the head vinyl was almost an orangey color. So I decided to do an ethnic baby. I'm not sure, I wouldn't call it a African American baby, but it's maybe Mediterranean or Middle Eastern or Italian, something like that. And then because of the little bumps on the head, and I tried to root a little bit of hair, but it just would not take it for some reason. I don't know. And so I decided just to paint some hair for this baby and cover up those bumps on her. And this little beauty mark on her cheek there, that's also sitting on top of one of the bulges in her vinyl. And I just kind of wanted to take that flaw away and just give her a cute little beauty mark. This baby had drilled out nostrils, and but it was backed with a piece of purple felt, and so when I took her all apart, I gave her a piece of black fabric behind her nose, so the insides of her nose look better. But whoever drilled it out too, they damaged the vinyl inside the nose, and I could not smooth that out. I tried to, but I just couldn't. And she had a magnet, but it was like loose in her head, and it was just a real tiny one. And I actually repurposed an old thrifted purse that had really strong, a little bit smaller than quarter size magnets, and I put that inside her head and that inside of her passy. So here's her passy, and you can see it just clips right on there. But I think she turned out pretty, and I know she's not everybody's cup of tea, and she's not, you know, and I'm no way am I an artist, not claiming to be. But I gave her barely there eyebrows, and I rooted her some lashes. The lashes went on in fine because her original, when I got her, she had some little fine light color lashes, but I put her dark color ones in this time. And she's got little Gloston tip nails. And everything you see is thrifted, except for the yarn. I had purchased some yellow yarn that I decided to turn into a headband for her. So I crocheted that up, and I sewed a little button on top that was green because her little outfit says, if at first I don't succeed, I cry again. And that's yellow with green. And then these little thrifted booties are mint green on the bottom and white with little pom-poms. And this is a big giant granny square little baby Afghan that I crocheted up with double yarn and with a size, I'm not sure, a pea hook or something. It's a big plastic blue hook. And it only took me a couple of hours to make this little giant granny square blanket that I could lay down for her photo shoot. And I just thought she was really, really cute. I'm sorry it's kind of dark in here. It's an overcast and rainy, thunderstormy kind of day here in Alabama. And we just don't have any sun coming in, so I had to use the natural light, the light that's in most of my rooms. It just washes things out, and I did want to get her at least sort of by a window so you could see what she looked like. And she's very squishy now, and she's got the glass beads that I reused in her limbs, and then new fiber fill. And then I had some poly pellets left from last time I made a doll, and that's what's in her tummy. And she's got one in her little bottom and one in her tummy, a little pouch. And then she's got the glass beads up here in her head to give her weight. So you got to support her head or it'll flop back. But she's very floppy, very soft, and very squishy now, and I think she turned out super cute. And like I said, if I hadn't had to have tried to mix and match the vinyl kit pieces, I would have liked to have had her just a very, porcelain-like, baby features like the ones that have been done on Bountiful Baby's site for the Ben sculpt. And they showed these just really pretty with pale complexions. And but I couldn't do that. I had to bring them all to the same color as much as I could. So now all of her limbs match her head, and that was the main thing. But I hope you like her. She's got a couple little beauty marks, and of course I always put a little one right there on her hand, on her middle finger, just because I have a little beauty mark there, and I've always done that with the dolls I've made. So I hope you like her. And she's not perfect by any means, but she's perfect for me, and I think she's very sweet. And her little bassinet thing here is just a little plastic tub that I loaded up with some blankets. And I had crocheted this one underneath prior for another doll, and I draped that over the whole plastic tub, and then put this pretty yellow one that I crocheted her today, because I wanted to finish her today and get her up and show everybody how cute she looks. So I hope you like her, and I appreciate everyone that watches. And like I said, everything is thrifted that you're seeing, including the baby, except for her headband, which I made myself, and her blanket, which I made myself. And yeah, that was out of new yarn. So thank you for watching, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.